Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. What if one sentence could change everything? Zhao Lucy just made a quiet, powerful move. One that left millions of hearts racing. Was it a farewell to Wu Lei? Or the greatest act of love is silence? Keep watching, because this may be the most real love story you've never seen unfold. Xiao Lucy and Wu Lei, two names that, for years, have been whispered together in interviews, shared in fan edits, and etched into our memories through Love Like the Galaxy. But something's changed, and today we're diving deeper than ever before. Not into rumors, but into the emotional truth behind the gestures, the silence, and that unforgettable line. Some stories are better when they're kept safe. At a recent public appearance, Zhao Lucy stepped onto the stage with her usual grace, but something was undeniably different. Her smile, though warm, didn't carry its usual lightness. Her presence, though elegant, felt quieter, more introspective. Fans who followed her for years instantly sensed the shift. There was a weight to her stillness, a kind of gentle restraint in the way she held herself. Then came the moment that has since echoed across social media. A fan asked a simple, familiar question, one that she's laughed off countless times before. Is there someone special in your life right now? But this time there was no playful giggle, no teasing dodge. Instead, Zhao Lucy paused. Her eyes softened, and then she said it, just one line barely above a whisper. Some stories are better when they're kept safe. That sentence hit differently. It wasn't vague or dismissive. It was intentional, poetic, almost protective. And for many, it felt like the first time she let her guard down just enough for the world to feel the heartbeat underneath. Fans instantly connected the dots. They remembered the countless tender moments between Zhao Lucy and Wu Lei, on screen and off. They remembered how their chemistry and Love Like the Galaxy blurred the line between fiction and something more real. Could this quiet, measured response be her way of saying yes without saying too much? In that one moment, Zhao Lucy didn't just answer a question. She stirred an emotional wave that's still unfolding. Whether it was a farewell, a confession, or a quiet defense of something deeply personal, her words carried more weight than any headline. Because sometimes it's not the loud declarations that move us, it's the silences we don't expect, and the love stories we're never fully told. Not long after Zhao Lucy's heartfelt moment, the spotlight subtly shifted to Wu Lei. While he made no direct comment, what followed was more powerful than words. On his personal social media, Wu Lei shared a quiet, almost ethereal photo of the sky's soft clouds drifting across a pale horizon. There was no context, no tags, no names. Just a simple caption. Some things don't need to be spoken to be felt. It was the kind of post that could have meant anything or everything. But for those who've watched this connection unfold over the years, it felt unmistakably intentional. The timing, the tone, the message. It didn't feel random. It felt like a continuation of Zhao Lucy's own words. As if the two were speaking in a language only they understood, gently responding to each other across a vast, unseen bridge of emotion. Fans reacted instantly, not just with excitement but with a kind of reverent quiet. They weren't screaming for confirmation, they were listening, reading between the lines, searching the sky in Wu Lei's photo for the answers Zhao Lucy left unspoken. Because this wasn't the first time Wu Lei has reached out through subtle gestures. When she appears emotional, he turns introspective. When she pulls away from the public eye, he too grows quiet. Their rhythms have mirrored each other so many times, it no longer feels like coincidence. Feels like communication without noise. Perhaps in choosing not to speak directly, Wu Lei said the most honest thing he could. That what exists between them doesn't need to be explained, because it's already felt. Deeply, silently, and by millions of people who believe in the kind of connection that transcends attention and finds meaning in stillness. What Zhao Lucy and Wu Lei shared in Love Like the Galaxy was more than just convincing performance. It was something that lingered long after the cameras stopped rolling. Their on-screen chemistry was electric, yes, But what truly captivated audiences around the world was the sense that something real was unfolding beneath the surface. There was a tenderness in their glances, an unspoken ease in their interactions, and a rare comfort in their silences. These were not the marks of rehearsed emotion, they were fragments of something honest. As the drama ended, the bond between them didn't fade with the credits. Instead, it seemed to quietly persist, showing itself in unexpected ways. Fans began noticing patterns, photos taken in the same cities, accessories that mirrored one another, overlapping schedules, and quiet acknowledgments in interviews that never directly named the other, but seemed to speak volumes. There was a familiarity in the way they supported each other's work, a soft alignment that hinted at more than coincidence. But what struck fans most was how unforced it all felt. While some celebrity relationships are built in the spotlight, designed to gain attention, Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei's connection felt private, even sacred. They never used it for publicity. They never exploited it to stir drama. If anything, they retreated when the noise grew too loud. Perhaps that's why so many people believe in them, not just as co-stars, but as two souls who found something rare in each other. Because when chemistry feels that natural, that quiet, that true, it becomes something deeper than performance. It becomes presence. It becomes memory. And no matter where they stand today, that kind of connection doesn't disappear. It lingers softly, stubbornly, in every shared glance, and in the hearts of those who were lucky enough to witness it. In the whirlwind of speculation and fan hopes, there lies a quieter, more tender possibility. One that doesn't speak of endings or confessions, but of protection. What if Xiao Lucy's carefully chosen words weren't a farewell, but a quiet act of love? What if this silence, this emotional restraint, is her way of preserving something too fragile to survive under constant public gaze? In an era where celebrity relationships are dissected and consumed endlessly, some stories are only safe when kept in the dark. And perhaps Xiao Lucy understands that all too well. By saying, "Some stories are better when they're kept safe," she may not be hiding something. She may be shielding it. Not from shame but from noise, from distortion, from a world eager to turn something beautiful into spectacle. Wu Lei, too, has always seemed drawn to silence when it matters most. His quiet, poetic social media responses mirror her tone, as if both are silently choosing presence over publicity. There's a kind of unspoken agreement between them, a mutual decision to protect peace, even if it means embracing distance. This possibility reframes everything. Maybe it's not about separation but about strength. It takes strength to step back when the world wants more. It takes love to choose quiet over clarity. And it takes a rare kind of connection to exist in the spaces between words, where gestures speak louder and glances carry weight. If they are protecting something, it's not weakness, it's reverence. It's the courage to love privately in a world that demands performance. And maybe that's the most powerful statement of all, that what matters most doesn't always need to be proven. Sometimes it simply needs to be preserved, quietly, carefully, and with unwavering respect. As time moves forward and public curiosity only deepens, a quieter question lingers in the minds of those who followed Zhao Lucy and Wu Lei's journey. Is this the beginning of a new chapter between them? Or has their connection transformed into something more profound, something not bound by traditional definitions of love? Not every love story ends with a confession, nor does every meaningful bond require constant presence. Sometimes, when people grow and evolve, so does the nature of their closeness. What once looked like budding romance may now be something far more enduring. An unspoken understanding, a lasting emotional imprint that doesn't need labels to be real. Perhaps Zhao Lucy and Wu Lei are not stepping away from each other, but stepping into a different space. A space where they no longer chase moments for the sake of attention, but quietly carry each other's significance like a constant background melody. Their silences, their mirrored energy, the synchronicity of their public expressions. These all suggest a connection that may no longer need to be named to be felt. In truth, some people come into our lives not to stay in the same form forever, but to shift us, mark us, and remain part of who we become. Whether Zhao Lucy and Wu Lei are still walking the same path or have chosen parallel ones, what they shared continues to live. In their memories, in their quiet acknowledgments, and in the hearts of fans who saw something genuine. So maybe this isn't about endings or even beginnings. Maybe it's about recognition that love in its truest form doesn't always need to be visible. Sometimes the purest kind is the one that grows silently, reshaped by time, respected from afar, and held close without needing to be held at all. Whether it's love, friendship, or something undefined, Zhao Lucy and Wu Lei have touched people across continents. Because in their story we see our own. The heartbreak of letting go, the strength in staying silent, and the beauty of protecting something precious. So, is this goodbye? Or a deeper kind of love we're simply not meant to see? Maybe both. And maybe that's enough. If this story moved you, if you felt even a flicker of truth behind their silence, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification bell. We'll continue following stories that go beyond headlines, where feelings are real and silence speaks volumes. Thank you for watching, and until next time. Some stories don't need to be loud to be unforgettable. Yellow Heart.